Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're here with another BYOP. This time I'm going to switch out these palettes again. You can see some shades are already missing, which they have gone into other things, or I've hit my usual goal on them and stuff like that. So we do have some space in here already. But my goal today is to fit in these shadows right here, which are some of my Focus 15 from my Year of Usage project pan. Some of them are taken out because I have them in different palettes just for easier access. But that is my goal, at least for today. So I'm gonna jump into the video, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So we're going to start off with this palette right here because we want to fit all of these in here, and that means that I'm going to have to take some out because right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 empty spots and we have 10 shadows here. So 4 of these are going to have to come out to make room for all of those, so I'm going to have to make decisions on what those are going to be. So looking initially at the palettes, I do think there's some obvious ones to take out. I feel like this one here, for example, I can take out because it's quite similar to these two shades right there. Not the same, but it's similar. That is the shade October Odyssey Light. That one can come out so I can make room for those two shades. We need to find 3 more shades that I want to take out. I do want to keep in these like blue shades, but I do think I want to take out this gray. I don't think this one is one I'm going to reach for very much. And I'm going to have to use an earring because this is one of those shades that have like magnetic kind of pigments in it. So it's basically the eyeshadow is magnetic. So when I try to take it out, I can see the shadow kind of just went into the magnet, which is pretty annoying, but luckily I spotted it before it shattered. Okay, so then we have 2 more spots to go. Question is again, what do I want to take out? Anything that is like similarities between these two that I feel like I want to take out because they're like duplicate shades. Maybe this holographic shade will be one, just because I have 2 kind of bronzier shades. I feel like that one can come out. And what else do I want to take out? Maybe just this like brown transition shade, just because I have a lot of those, especially in my Panda palette, so that one can come out too. And I believe now we have space for all of these round singles, so let me go ahead and pop them into here. Alright, so there we go. That is this palette. I really like the selection. It means I have all my Focus 15 in this palette, which will go straight into my drawers. And I don't think there's anything too repetitive in here. So yeah, I'm excited for this palette. Of course, this palette right here is a bit of an unfortunate one because, this shade right here is a bit of an unfortunate one because it's not going to fit into that palette or any of my 2 Focus palettes. So I'm just going to have this one separately in a different single or like palette like that until I get a chance to reach for it. Then we have my second palette, which is my Clionadh shadows, and as you could see, I don't have any Clionadh shadows left in my Focus palette because they have all been moved into different palettes. So I do have some space in here. I'm gonna move this one to the side, and I have actually brought out my Clionadh palettes, which are right here. So we are going to go through these today, and we're going to add in some shades to these 4 spots. So I don't have too much space. I can't add in too much. I feel like iridescence I already have enough of. Nothing else here is really like pulling me in that much, so I think this palette is okay. We have this palette right here, which might have a couple shades that I feel like I want to play with. Question is, what do I want to pull in? I feel like some green shades would be fun, to be fair, because we are in March, so that would be like a fun kind of, color to play with. So I think I'm gonna pull out this shade right here. That one looks inviting to me. And this is the shade Patina Light. I feel like that one is such a fun, vibrant green. So that one I'm going to pull in. Anything else from this palette? This sky blue is really talking to me too. This is the shade CL. I feel like that one is going to be a fun one to also have in the palette. And I think with that, I'm pretty much done with this palette, we're going to move on to the third and final one. And in this palette, I do see some fun shades. I feel like I want to pull in this shade. It's such a fun one. I think this is Duke. Yes, it is. It's another green. It has like a pink shift to it. It's quite similar to Mural, but it has a pink shift. So that one is going to be fun. And then we have one final spot. So let me have a look what I think I want to pull in for that. I am drawn to this shade here in the center, which is like a peachy pink shadow. This is the shade Empress. I feel like that one is a fun one as well for spring, so I'm going to pull that one in too. And I think that is my full palette. So yeah, there we have my Clionadh palette of singles. This is just something that I keep in my drawer. When I don't know what to reach for, I kind of look at this palette to get some inspiration. Same thing with the other one. And of course, I do have my Focus 15 in these two. With Clionadh shadows, I do have them in my like small square little kind of magnet palette because I have them in my like actual where my rest of my makeup is. This is in my palette drawer. But yeah, I'm really happy with this palette right there. So that is the first one. And then again, just to sum up together with the round singles, this is what that palette looks like. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun kind of combination of shadows to play with. I don't think there's too much overlap, and I'm excited to give these some use. This is just a way for me to, again, have more access to my singles instead of having like, you know, my massive palettes out all the time. So yeah, we'll see how I get on with these, what usage I can get in, and maybe some of these I can hit my goal on of 25 uses by the end of March. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.